fans, and welcome to Cardinals Game Day. Let's take a look back at this past weekend's game. We faced the Nichols Colonels. The Cardinals were down by 3 going into the half, 10-7. And when they came back into the third, they would connect on a field goal to tie the game up at 10. In the fourth, UIW would fly away with it, scoring 10 unanswered to put the game away.
You're right, Chris. Helping out the Cardinals was that defense. They came in big in the second half. They didn't allow Nichols to convert on any third downs. Nichols was held to only 41 yards in the second half. UIW also had 3 takeaways via the interception, which brings me to the next play. Chris, who would you give this week's game ball to?
Well, Valerie, I would say that this week's game ball would go to Adrian Norwood Jr. Let's toss it over with Olivia Almarutis, who had a word with him about this past weekend's performance.
It's an honor to be the Game Ball Player of the Week. You got to give a lot of credit to the coaches. They put me in a position to make the plays that I did on Saturday. I think the preparation leading up to the game, just watching a lot of film and just make sure I'm in the right place. Need to watch a lot of film. We got a tough opponent in UTEP this week, so little things like assignments and key and alignments and things like that are going to be really big in this game.
Best of luck to the UIW football team as they play UTEP this Saturday. Make sure to come out to Benson Stadium Saturday, October 3rd, whenever they play Northwestern State. I'm Olivia Almarutis reporting for UIW TV.
Thank you, Olivia. Now let's get ready for this week's FBS opponent in the Sun Bowl, the UTEP Miners. The Miners are coming off a victory against their I-10 rival, the New Mexico State Aggies. The game was a thriller with Miners coming back down from 14 down to win 50-47.
And the FBS Miners are 15-3 against FCS opponents. That last loss coming at the hands of the Idaho State Bengals. And that loss came back all the way in 1983. The UIW defense will have a lot to handle this upcoming Saturday. The Miners' offensive line is dug in. They average a hefty 310 pounds, which brings me to this. Valerie, what would you say would be this week's keys to the game if UIW wants to pull off the upset in the desert?
Well, Chris, this is a good question. It all starts off on the offensive side of the ball. UIW will need to control the time of possession, battle, and convert almost every time they touch the ball. They cannot get into a defensive battle against these guys. Second off, the defense, these guys will need to get the Miners off the field. If the Miners' offense starts to get going, it will be a long day. Lastly, the Cardinals will need to play all 3 phases of the game correctly. UIW will need to bring their best A game if they plan on taking care of UTEP.
For those of you making the trip to El Paso, here's Ruben with the weather for kickoff.
Hey there, Cardinal fans. I'm meteorologist Ruben Gonzalez with your game day forecast. Heading out to El Paso to watch UIW take on UTEP at the Sun Bowl. Expect beautiful weather out there. So I'm expecting high temperatures around 84 degrees that day with around 82 degrees around kickoff time just to start out the game. Temperatures will go down as the game progresses down to around the mid-60s that night. Expect clear conditions. Don't expect any rain out there, and enjoy the game.
And if you can't make it out to El Paso, don't even worry about it.
The game will be broadcast live on KUIW Sports Radio with Chris Reyes and Ivan Perez bringing you all the excitement from the Sun Bowl.
Hey, thanks, Valerie. And we'll see you next week.
Let's go Cardinals.